Diary of a Wimpy Kid, a novel in cartoons by Jeff Kinney. September, Tuesday. First of all, let me get something straight. This is a journal, not a diary. I know what it says on the cover, but when Mom went out to buy this thing, I specifically told her to get one that didn't say diary on it. Great. All I need is for some jerk to catch me carrying this book around and get the wrong idea. Sissy punch. The other thing I want to clear up right away is that this is Mom's idea, not mine. But if she thinks I'm going to write down my feelings in here or whatever, she's crazy. So just don't expect me to be all Dear Diary this and Dear Diary that. The only reason I agreed to do this at all is because I figure later on, when I'm rich and famous, I'll have better things to do than answer people's stupid questions all day long. So this book is going to come in handy. Gregory, tell us about your childhood. Were you always so smart and handsome? Here's my journal. Now shoo shoo. Like I said, I'll be famous one day, but for now, I'm stuck in middle school with a bunch of morons. Let me say for the record that I think middle school is the dumbest idea ever invented. You got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet, mixed in with these gorillas who need to shave twice a day. I was like, wait, once? And then they wonder why bullying is such a big problem in middle school. If it was up to me, grade levels would be based on height and not age. But then again, I guess that would mean kids like Chirag Gupta would still be in first grade. Today is the first day of school, and right now we're just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured I might as well write in this book to pass the time. By the way, let me give you some good advice. On the first day of school, you've got to be real careful where you sit. You walk into the classroom and just plunk your stuff down on any old desk, and the next thing you know, the teacher is saying, I hope you all like where you're sitting, because these are your permanent seats. Gah! So in this class, I got stuck with Chris Hosey in front of me and Lionel James at the back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I stopped that from happening at the last second. Next period, I suggest sit in the middle of a bunch of hot girls as soon as I step in the room. But if I do that, it just proves I didn't learn anything from last year. Greg, will you please pass this note to Shelley? Why, certainly. Man, I don't know what's up with girls these days. It used to be a whole lot simpler back in elementary school. The deal was, if you were the fastest runner in your class, you got all the girls. In 5th grade, the fastest runner was Ronnie McCoy. Now, it's a whole lot more complicated. Now, it's about the kind of clothes you wear, how rich you are, and if you have a cute butt or whatever. Kids like Ronnie McCoy are scratching their heads, wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bryce Anderson. The thing that really stinks is that I've always been into girls, but kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years. I remember how Bryce used to act back in elementary school. Girls are stinky poos. Yeah, I don't think girls are stinky pooed. But of course, I don't get any credit for sleeping with girls all the time. Like I said, Bryce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves all the rest of us scrambling for the other spots. The best I can figure is that I'm somewhere around 52nd or 53rd most popular this year. But the good news is that I'm about to move up one spot because Charlie Davies is above me and he's getting his braces next week. I tried to explain this popularity stuff to my best friend Rowley, who's probably hovering around the 150 mark, by the way, but I think it just goes 1 year and out with the other with him. Today we had phys ed, so the first thing I did when I got outside was sneak off to the basketball court to see if the cheese was still there, and sure enough, it was. That piece of cheese has been sitting on the court since last spring. I guess someone must have dropped out of someone's sandwich or something. After a couple of days, the cheese started getting all moldy and nasty. No one would play basketball on the court where the cheese was, even though that was the only court that had a hoop with a net. Then one day this kid named Darren Walsh touched the cheese with his finger. That's what started this thing called a cheese touch. It's basically like the cooties. If you get the cheese touch, you're stuck with it until you pass it on to someone else. The only way to protect yourself from the cheese touch is to cross your fingers. It's not that easy to keep your fingers crossed at every moment of the day. I ended up taping mine together so they stay crossed all the time. I got a D in handwriting, but it was totally worth it. This one kid named Abe Hall got the cheese touch in April, and nobody would even come near him for the rest of the year. This summer, Abe moved away to California and took the cheese with him. I just hope someone doesn't start the cheese touch up again, because I don't need that kind of stress in my life anymore. Thursday. I am having a seriously hard time getting used to the fact that summer is over and I have to get out of bed every morning and go to school. My summer did not exactly go off to a great start, thanks to my brother Roderick.